Hello and welcome. My name is Richard Ashurst from the Author Software Corporation, and today we're going to have a quick look at reusing content inside Authorit. This is a cornerstone benefit of Authorit, and it's fantastic the way that you can reuse a subset of content to produce a massive amount of documentation in a very effective way, as well as collaborate, create new content and manage content throughout its life cycle. So I'm going to have a quick look inside the book editor. As you see here, we have the table of contents on the left hand side, and I'm going to be reusing content inside the book editor to make things a little bit simple, but you can find pieces of content inside other books or projects inside the library and reuse them in the same way, and I'm just going to do it inside the same book for this example. So to begin with, I'm going to find the search tab and just undock it and put it over here on the side like so, and find a piece of content that I want to reuse inside Authorit. To do that, I'm just going to do a simple word search. We can do advanced searches as well very easily. It's got a fantastic search engine, and as we see here, we've got a couple of hits on limitation of liability that I want to reuse. And reusing a piece of content is very simple. It's just a matter of dragging and dropping that piece of content like so, and popping it where you want. Now you can change the formatting or the child-parent relationship of this piece of content using these green arrows very easily, and as a quick example of Authorit being very context sensitive, depending where it is in this particular book will determine its formatting, and so it could be used in different hierarchical relationships in different books and come out looking entirely different. So it's a very simple introduction to reusing content, just simply dragging and dropping objects inside the editing environment of the piece of content that you are creating. Now there may be examples where you need to extend on that baseline of content. An example may be a getting started guide or a quick start guide, a quick reference sheet, as opposed to the full-blown product manual. So you can reuse content between them, and also write extensions to that in kind of a similar fashion to building blocks. So we have here the limitation of liability extension for this product manual, and I'm just going to simply drag and drop that in to begin with. If I load that up, we can have a look at what it looks like. It's just 3 extra line items or paragraphs at the end here. Now I can duplicate this content and rewrite it with an extension built in, but of course that's duplicating content, which is moving away from single sourcing, and single sourcing is what we want to encourage as much as possible to be as efficient downstream as we can get. So I've just simply dragged and dropped the topic inside this topic, inside its own paragraph marker, and we can see a little menu item has popped up. I can paste this text, which, as I just explained, that's duplicating the content, or I can embed. And if I choose embed, you can see we get grey text with a hyperlink hand inside the topic. And so you can see that this is a referenced content inside here. So a topic inside a topic. If I double click, I can load up this topic independently as well. You can see it pops up over the top. We can have a look. You can see it's entirely unchanged. The fantastic feature is that you can disseminate changes very, very effectively with single sourcing, a reuse of content. So I can put in here some changes, like so. Make those changes, and we can see that we have updated all the reuse of that content as well very effectively. Okay, so just skipping back here, we'll have a look at the next example of reusing content, which is modular reuse. Very good for subject matter experts or chunks of content that belong together, whether it be exercises in a training course, modules or chapters, or content which is maintained by content owners or subject matter experts, for example. So I'm just going to find a module of content. It's very familiar, it's actually a book. So I have an example here, such as the introduction, which is groups of topics that always go together. So I can load this up and have a quick look at it, like so. We can see that we have a TOC on the left hand side. So it's just a group of content that always goes together. We'll go back into our book that we were just in and find that again. Reusing this content is essentially exactly the same. Simply drag and drop and reuse. And this is very effective for reusing structural pieces of content, so groups of topics. Updating the introduction subbook means that that structural change will also be disseminated across all of the use of the subbook very effectively. So it's another level of very powerful reuse of content. So that's an introductory look at how easy it is to reuse content across Authorit. And as you can see, it is all just a matter of dragging and dropping and reusing content. It can be done in many ways because Authorit's a very powerful system.